free to ask me. If you just want to figure out quick, DrupalModules.com has a very good graphical interface to showing you here's what's used the most. And it's obviously, you can see they're giving a lot of love to administration menu, like I am, because it's one of the best modules out there. Content Constructor Kit. We're using FCK Editor as our default editor. It was the one that seemed to be the most accessible, the easiest to implement. But feel free to use whatever editor you want. Hopefully with our install profile though, we would send you FCK. And obviously you can see it's popular because it's the third most one downloaded. So if you're confused about what you're going for, try out DrupalModules.com for a little bit of an overview. I did want to say again that Drupal is not, I'm not pushing it for everything. I'm not saying this is going to replace all of your applications, that it's, you know, the end-all of end-all, but it is a very good system. I say, it's not a document management system, but there's actually people that are working on integrating it with Alfresco, which is a great document management system, and they've already got that done. They call it Open Atrium, and it's also free. It's just like when I talk about installation profiles, that's an installation profile to get you a document management system, Open Atrium. It's not really a project management system. There are other better project management systems out there. SharePoint probably does a better job of that. People do project management in Drupal, but I'm not pushing it for that. I'm pushing it for your web content. I think that's where you're going to be easiest. Again, people do help desk in Drupal, but I would say these three areas are the places where I found that I'm not going to push Drupal. I don't think it's ready for you to jump into those areas yet, whereas almost all of your other needs is ready. Quick plug for the portal, which is we were on, most of you might remember SSA's initiative with WebSphere, and we moved off of that, and we were able to get great success moving to Drupal within 2.5 months. Nat and I worked our butts off, but we had a lot of fun doing it, and we got all this stuff implemented. The news, the calendar, Next Muni, this is all pulled in with modules we wrote. I won't go through all of them, but we got official transcripts, we got financial aid in there for offer letters, contact information, benefits information, and all that's, we're connecting with Oracle, we're connecting with PeopleSoft, we're working right now on connecting to Exchange. So it's very much there. Drupal can go do it. But sometimes you're going to have to look for help or write your own stuff to get to where you need to go. Part of the great thing with working with these other universities, though, is a lot of people have already done what we want to do. You don't have to repeat that effort. That's the best thing about the community, is you can go type and see if somebody's already done this, and you probably will find a lot of people have done it. Even us, we were working on PeopleSoft implementation. Somebody from CSU Monterey Bay said, "Oh, we already wrote a web service that connects with PeopleSoft Portal." Oh, really? Great! Come talk to me. I want your code, right? So that was the quick portal plug. Let's see. We talked about accessibility. One thing that Kate didn't mention was there's a new accessible content module, which was done by CSU Monterey Bay people. And you can turn that on, and it runs some of the automated tests on your content automatically. Now that's not a complete solution. You still need to do it, by the way. Send your manual assessment to Access would be the best thing. But this makes it a lot easier to automatically test what's on your website, not have to worry about people are messing everything up, not following guidelines at all. This will bring messages to the content and say, this content was just saved and published, but it failed on these accessibility guidelines. So it's still, he says it's in beta. I'm working with him now on getting that going. Whitehouse.gov. So I actually brought up their website. This is this was the theme at DrupalCon. The actually keynote was from the guy that did the Whitehouse.gov website. And whenever somebody from a big company said, well, do you think Drupal can handle really large amounts of people? Is it really enterprise ready? And they'd say, the White House is doing it. Obama's on board. I mean, we don't get any higher than that, right? We're in the White House. So, and not just that they're using it, but they're contributing back. They've written modules and put them on Drupal.org open source code, and they've written some, you can see here accessibility, they've written some accessibility modules too, because they also have to do file-await accessibility. New York State Senate website, they also moved to Drupal and have found that it is like, it's meeting, you know, this guide for millions of people in New York are coming